Sergio Aguero could be leaving Manchester City Football Club in 2020. Don't worry, he's not going anywhere anytime soon, but he's come out and told the press during the international break that he wants to return home to Argentina and Independiente in a few years' time. So that is the topic of today's video. I want to discuss a little bit about Sergio Aguero and what it's going to mean to lose a man of his stature when he does finally go. But firstly, how are you all doing? I've not made a video in about a week. I'm really sorry. I just needed a little bit of a break. I was tired. The international break came up. There was not much to talk about, and I thought, you know what? The footballers, some of them, well, the crap ones, are getting a bit of a break at the moment. So maybe I'll take a little bit of a few days off as well. I hope you don't mind. I just needed a little bit of a rest, and I feel good now as the way we work, doing some stuff, and I had some kind of, just days out with Nicola and all that kind of stuff, and I've just been chilling a little bit. And now I just want to make some more videos. So I'm back, and I'm sorry for my slight absence. Obviously, we've got loads of games coming up. We've got the Everton, we've got 2 games against Liverpool, we've got Spurs, we've got United. So much is going to happen inside the next month that I thought I'd get a rest in before it got exceptionally busy. And as ever, I just want to say before we go too far, thank you to all the patrons, and specifically thank you to Braden Bloom, the wonderfully titled Braden Bloom. You sound like a superhero, mate, for getting involved and supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much, Braden. Thank you as well for everyone who's been supporting this channel recently. If you want to get involved, patreon.com/Esteemed Company to get a shout out, to get your name in the credits, to get your questions answered, all that kind of stuff. Go over to patreon.com/Esteemed Company. But yeah, it's terrifying, isn't it? The idea that Sergio Aguero might not be a Manchester City player in the next couple of years. That is really scary, but it just seems absolutely logical. I don't really blame him for coming out and saying this, and also it's kind of refreshing to hear that there's been loads of speculation about Aguero's future over the past couple of years, especially since Guardiola came to Manchester City. People saying they've got a fictitious relationship, people saying that they don't get on. All I know is that at the moment, Guardiola's got Aguero playing some of the best football that I've seen him play in a long time. Yeah, he has a few games every now and then when he doesn't he doesn't strike it hot, but that is Aguero. Sometimes he takes a small 5 or 6 game period to get back up and running. When he does get up and running, he's absolutely outstanding. Sergio Aguero is one of the best strikers in world football, and I know some people maybe want a newer, younger model. Well, sometimes you are better the devil, you know. When the devil is as handsome and as talented as Sergio Aguero, well, I'm all up for that, and I think he should stay here as long as he wants to stay here. But as we all know, all good things must come to an end, and Aguero will be 30 by the time next season starts. Is not the oldest thing in the world, and given the developments in sports science, he could probably be at his peak for another 3 years maybe. But I suspect in 2 years' time, in 2020, which is well, it's only a year and 8 months away maybe. Maybe it's the 2020 season. Who knows how long his contract goes on? People are never sure these days. But I suspect when it comes to that moment, he'll be ready to kind of, I don't say hang up his boots, but go home and just be one with his family again over in Argentina, be one with his boyhood club there, and I respect that entirely. It's just nice to see that Aguero, if he does leave City, he won't be going to another team where I can hate the sight of him putting on a shirt for one of our rivals, even in Europe or even in the Premier League. That would be the worst thing possible for me. But going back to Argentina, I wouldn't begrudge that in a heartbeat. I think it also speaks volumes that City respect him so much that they'd be willing to lose a transfer fee on him, given the fact that he's so important to the modern day Manchester City Football Club. He's rightfully a legend at Manchester City, and I think we wouldn't hold him ransom just to get a fee out of him. I think we'd happily respect his wishes and let him go on a free transfer to the club that he loved, given what he's given to us. There is that very high mutual appreciation between Aguero and the club, even up to the highest level with Sheikh Mansour. He would respect Aguero's wishes any day of the week, given he's just a man that we could not live without. He's a man that's changed the shape of this club. It is terrifying, the thought of an Aguero-less future, but that's football. I'd like to think by then Gabriel Jesus would have developed and settled into his role as potentially maybe our main striker. He'll be coming into his, not his prime as such, but would definitely be a better player than he is now, I'm almost certain. And he's the kind of person who will score 25 goals a season as well. And then who knows what will be coming in behind that. Maybe we'll go after someone like Timo Werner. Maybe we'll go after Dybala. Maybe we'll see the rise of Lucas Demetre. Who knows? But I'm sure we've planned for this. Aguero I do believe in general, you're probably best sometimes replacing a player before they get too past it. And Aguero is the kind of player that I can imagine having a very short and very quick decline because of the way he plays, because of his injury history. Aguero I can see suddenly just dropping off a cliff one day in terms of his form. I might be wrong there, and I hope I am, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. Certain players seem to hit a bit of a wall one day, and it's usually because of their style of play. And Aguero has always been very explosive. Maybe he'll develop into this brilliant number 10 and stay a little bit longer. Who knows? Maybe his game will adapt so much under Guardiola that he thinks, I'm going to stay for another 2 years, and that would not be a bad thing at all given his influence. But it wouldn't be a bad thing either if we see the best of Aguero, and we certainly have, and then let him go. What do you make of this? It's a weird one, isn't it? My heart says it's kind of, it would be sad to see it happen, but in 2020, it seems a while away, and who knows what we would have won by then? Who knows who we would have signed by then? My head says it makes a lot of sense. But anyway, I didn't want to scare you with the title of this video, I'm sorry, but I thought it was something worth discussing, because Aguero is always worth discussing from a Manchester City perspective. But it's been a quiet week or so, hasn't it? Not much going on. International breaks have been boring. I'm not going to lie, I've watched none of the football. I just wanted a rest away from football for a week, and I kind of enjoyed it. But I can't wait for City. Obviously, we've got Everton coming up very soon. That's a game that traditionally we struggle at. There'll be a match preview obviously coming up during the week, but let me know in the comments below when you want to see discussed for the rest of this week, because I will be making videos this week, and I'm looking for something to talk about in general. So guys, you lead the videos on this one. Tell me in the comments what you want to see discussed. If you haven't already as well, like this video. If you haven't, why haven't you done it yet? Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will see you next time.